Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Trailer Review Part 3. Today, we're diving into my review series for episode 15 of ABO Desire the series, and this one is all about Huayong and Shaoyou. Their relationship has always been complicated, filled with tension, push and pull, power struggles, and those soft yet dangerous moments that make this drama so addictive. Episode 15 gives us a rollercoaster of emotions, and it's one of those episodes where the romance really steps up in intensity. Let's start with the opening moment between the two. Right from the beginning, the dynamic is clear. Huayong is bold and persistent, while Shaoyou remains guarded and skeptical. The negotiation scene perfectly shows this. Huayong confesses his feelings in such a cheesy but direct way, saying, "You have no other obligations except loving me." For a man like Shaoyou, who has always relied on calmness and logic, this kind of direct confession is overwhelming. Instead of immediately giving in, he questions it, testing Huayong's sincerity. This sets the stage for the entire episode: romance mixed with doubt, attraction tangled with suspicion. One of the most striking things about this scene is how Shaoyou, even when flustered, still holds on to his control. His reaction shows how deep his walls are. He doesn't let Huayong just sweep him away with sweet words. Instead, he sets conditions and even issues threats. When he pulls Huayong close and says, "If you lie to me again, I'll kill you," it's not just a threat, it's his way of demanding honesty in a relationship that feels unstable. It's harsh, but it's Shaoyou's way of protecting himself. This tells us that while he might be falling, he refuses to be vulnerable without conditions. Huayong, on the other hand, doesn't back down. His response is a mix of obedience and mischief. He tells Shaoyou he'll listen, but almost immediately he pushes boundaries again. This is classic Huayong, unpredictable, playful, and dangerous at the same time. For example, when he dramatically tears off his gauze to prove his wound has healed, he's not just showing off, he's testing how much attention and care he can pull out of Shaoyou. And then, the way he jokes about choking on bread instead of admitting weakness keeps the mood light but also frustrating for Shaoyou. Huayong constantly walks the line between vulnerability and provocation, and that's what makes his character so magnetic. Then comes one of the biggest turning points: the kiss against the door. The nurse knocking on the door adds tension, but Huayong doesn't care. He seizes the moment and presses Shaoyou against the door, demanding a kiss that had been left unfinished earlier. This scene is intense because it shows how aggressive Huayong can be in love. He doesn't wait for permission, he takes. For Shaoyou, who values order and control, this is maddening. Yet, despite resisting, he still gets pulled into Huayong's orbit. The scene highlights the dangerous chemistry. It's forceful, messy, and full of heat, but beneath it all, there's genuine desire. What really stands out is the marking scene. Huayong bites Shaoyou's lip, leaving behind not just a wound but an orchid, a visible, almost magical mark that signifies possession. Shaoyou's reaction is pure rage. He demands that Huayong wipe it off, furious that someone dared to claim him without permission. This moment perfectly captures their struggle. Huayong wants to tie him down with love and marks, while Shaoyou refuses to be owned. But at the same time, the fact that Shaoyou doesn't truly harm him or leave immediately shows that he's more affected than he admits. Huayong's mark is temporary, but the emotional impact is lasting. What makes this scene more powerful is Huayong's calmness. Even when Shaoyou grabs him by the neck, Huayong doesn't resist violently. Instead, he soothes him with gentle words and pheromones. He tells him not to frown, even worrying about wrinkles. This strange tenderness in the middle of their heated clash shows just how unique their bond is. Huayong doesn't see Shaoyou's anger as rejection, he sees it as another layer of intimacy. And then comes one of the most emotional lines of the episode, when Huayong says, but without Mr. Sheng, I will die soon. On the surface, it sounds dramatic, even manipulative. But when you look deeper, it's a confession of how dependent he's become on this love. Sheng Shaoyou may laugh it off as madness, but the audience can feel the sincerity behind Huayong's words. His love is obsessive, yes, but it's also pure in its intensity. He admits openly that Sheng Shaoyou is his everything, and that kind of vulnerability cuts through all of Sheng Shaoyou's defenses. The nurse's reactions add a touch of comedy to all this intensity. Her awkward presence reminds us that while this romance is stormy and complicated, it's also visible to the outside world. Her shock at seeing the awkward mark hints at how unconventional their alpha-to-alpha relationship is. It's rare, maybe even impossible by usual standards, yet here it is, happening before her eyes. This scene underlines the uniqueness of their bond. It breaks the rules of their universe, but it feels inevitable. By the end of the episode, we see Sheng Shaoyou struggling between anger and surrender. He tries to escape, to put distance between them, even saying he'll consult an expert about how an alpha can mark another alpha. This is his logical side, clinging to science and rules to make sense of something that shouldn't exist. But emotionally, he's already shaken. The way he reacts to Huayong's words, the way he freezes when Huayong calls himself lucky to have met him, it shows that Sheng Shaoyou is no longer untouched. His heart is being moved, even if his mind refuses to admit it. Episode 15 ultimately gives us one of the strongest portrayals of their romance so far. It's not soft or gentle, it's raw, heated, and chaotic. Huayong pushes, Sheng Shaoyou resists, yet neither can truly let go. Their relationship is a constant tug of war, but every pull only brings them closer together. What makes it so compelling is the balance. Huayong's wild, obsessive love is grounded by Sheng Shaoyou's calm, rational approach. They clash, but they also complete each other. In terms of storytelling, this episode shows us why this pairing works so well. Love isn't just about sweetness here, it's about testing limits, breaking boundaries, and slowly tearing down walls. Sheng Shaoyou wants order, but Huayong brings chaos. And yet, it's in this chaos that Sheng Shaoyou begins to feel something real. To wrap it up, episode 15 is a perfect example of why fans are hooked on Huayong and Sheng Shaoyou's romance. It's intense, dramatic, and sometimes even uncomfortable, but it's honest. Love here isn't clean, it's messy and full of contradictions. And that's exactly what makes it unforgettable.